A little help here?
In a minute.
Look, Rivera, my daughter's coming over. Look, I realize that you're an artist and you don't care about money, but loose change everywhere, that's a choking hazard. Last week's pizza, that's toxic. Your dirty socks, man. You got wildlife growing on these stains.
Okay. I'll clean up. Just, hey, would you come take a look at the sequence? It's, my first assignment for film class, and, I want to make sure it reads.
Everybody decent?
I live with an artist, so no problems.
Oh, my God.
It's not that bad.
Says the slob. I told you not to bring her over here. I turned down a chance for Aunt Dorian to use you as her campaign prop for this.
Buenos dias indeed. Whew. Huevos rancheros. David, why didn't you think of this?
Because you hate huevos rancheros.
The people love them. This was a wonderful idea. Amelia, you're the perfect campaign manager. Did I tell you that the owner of this diner is an immigrant Latina? Yes, named Carlota Vega. She's a very close personal friend of mine. I practically raised her two sons.
Really? Because I see that Mrs. Vega is wearing Vicky's campaign button.
That would be because Carlota used to work for Dorian, and people who used to work for Dorian tend to have issues with Dorian.
Oh, Charlie, I am so sorry about this. I will talk to Todd.
I just don't understand. What does Jared have to do with any of this?
Well, sweetheart, he found the body. John has to question him.
All night?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know Wayne Landers, and yes, maybe we were in the same facility together, but I never met him. I don't know what he wants with me. I don't know what he wants with the Buchanans. In fact, I never laid eyes on him until I saw him lying there on the terrace.
Where he asked you to meet him.
I never saw that text.
And all the calls. I mean, Landers' last call is to you, right?
John, he had my phone number. That doesn't mean I know him.
Help me here, man. I want to believe you, I do. But there's a lot of evidence, and my gut's telling me you know something you're not saying. So do yourself a favor. Tell me what you know, all of it.
I know it's early, but I just had to tell you how much it meant to me that you'd rescue me from Taya. I'd have never found out that she was still married to Ross Rayburn if it weren't for you. So thank you. She'd have made my life a living hell. But you saved me. And I'm just so damned grateful. Hey?
Why did you print this?
Because it's the truth, Natalie. That's our policy. It's on the front page, and you're welcome to try to prove us wrong if you'd like.
You're the only woman I trust. You're the only woman I want.
Hell! Rise and shine, bitch.
No worries, my room's clean.
Good, because Hope needs a nap.
I don't have class till later. Maybe you can skip and hang out with us.
Maybe. Hello? We have that test on the fall of Saigon? Just wait till you grow up and you have to know about every war that ever happened. But seniors have a half day today. Yeah, so we'll be back as soon as we check out that hot new American Studies teacher. Oh.
Great. Another hot teacher.
You have absolutely nothing to worry about. I'm not crazy anymore.
Come on, I'll just wait until you see the crew Daddy bought you in his room. So,
Hey, come check this out.
Oh, God, not another lingering shot of me and my freckles.
I love your freckles.
Yeah, but by the end of the semester, your whole class is going to hate them.
No, this is just for me and you.
Margot? Did you make a porno film of us?
Oh, be careful. You're salivating on yourself.
Oh, I can't help it. Oh, I just love seeing Vicky's campaign self-destruct.
Poor Vicky.
Poor Vicky. Her daughter had you hog-tied in the stables trying to prove that Jared was the true Buchanan heir. They practically stole your birthright from you.
True. But like my pa, Bo Buchanan, I found that I have compassion in my heart.
David, the Buchanans have made you into a mush brain. And that is why I had to replace you as my campaign manager. You have no loyalty.
I have no loyalty?
Absolutely not. I gave you your chance to play gay. You refused to. Even though it would help me. Well, that's not my fault, is it? I needed a high-profile homosexual in my campaign, and here she comes.
Good news. You're up in the polls.
Right again.
Come on.
Rest my case.
Let's rock your Latino vote.
Ole.
John is just being thorough, you know? I mean, he's obviously going to let Jared go. He has to. There's no way Jared killed that man.
Are you 100% sure of that?
I swear to you, I didn't kill anyone.
Okay. Let's look at this from my point of view. You're discovered with the body, and your prints are on the murder weapon.
I explained that.
There's evidence on your computer of you transferring funds to Landers.
Someone must have planted it
And
there.
all the calls between your phone and his.
John, somebody's framing me.
Who?
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Until it all adds up.
You know what? When Natalie said that you were out to get me, I said no. Not possible. But I'm beginning to think she's right.
I see. Now, I'm out to get you too. And why would I want to do that?
Because you were in love with my wife. Maybe you still are.
Just because Jared found the body does not make him guilty.
Your ex, the PD, has a lot more on Jared than a bad luck stumble across a corpse. According to my sources, McVeigh thinks that he was working with Landers.
That's so not true. And you know what? So not even the point. You are my family. You were supposed to have my back, not use it as target practice.
I was in a bad mood when the story came out.
Okay, so put a retraction.
Sorry, I can't do it.
Ugh. Where is your wife? I need to hire her to represent Jared.
She's not home.
Okay, when's she gonna be back?
If I'm lucky, never.
Hell, what is wrong with you? Oh my God, who let you in here?
You told Todd that I'm married to Roz Rayburn.
Well, somebody had to, didn't they?
He threw me out. Our marriage is over. Are you happy now?
Yes. God, yes, I am.
I swear, I had no idea the camera was on when we were, you know, I would never shoot us like that. Unless you wanted me to.
That would be a no, as in never.
Okay, but so then I go to edit the footage and there it is, and you are so hot.
Well, right back at you, but delete it.
Okay, it's not like it's part of my class project. I pulled it out. It's in its own separate file, just for us.
Okay, either you delete it or I will.
Okay, you're right.
What's that?
Oh, it's just an email. With any luck, it's from my history professor. He said we should be getting our midterm grades in today.
Just put it down for a nap. We should really get going. Okay.
What is it?
What'd you get, a 99 again?
I wish.
Are you really so damaged that you enjoy causing other people pain?
I mean, you lied to your husband.
Not true. When Todd and I got serious, I told Ross that I wanted a divorce. You're the one who messed with the paperwork. You're the reason the divorce was never finalized.
If you had told Todd in the first place, then
well,
maybe
I thought I wasn't married. I thought the divorce had gone through.
Well, don't you think Todd deserved to know that you were married to a man that he hired to kidnap his kids?
Would he have wanted to know? Probably. Did he deserve to know? That's a question that could be argued both ways. Was I going to tell him? Yes.
When?
In my own sweet time.
Oh, please. You've had opportunity for months to tell him. But you didn't. I want to know why. So, what happened? You guys were married for how long? Day and a half? Can't I just finally wake up and realize what you're really
Yeah,
like?
wait, she's not here, okay? So you're gonna have to find Murder Boy another lawyer.
Okay, well then where is she? At the palace?
I don't know.
You're not gonna go after her?
No, I don't want anything to do with her. No, I trusted her, and she made a fool of me, just like Jared's making a fool of you.
It's true. I will always care about Natalie. Since you're giving me no reason to believe your story, I'm starting to think that maybe she's married some sort of homicidal scam artist.
Oh, okay. And you're going to be the one to set her free?
Believe it or not, man, I'm in here trying to set you free, but for some reason you won't help yourself.
How am I supposed to do that when I don't know anything?
Oh, let me count the ways. Let's see. You get beaten up, but you don't see anything. Your computer gets hacked, but somehow you don't know how it got hacked. You got messages from Landers on your phone, but you don't know how he got his number. I don't know, Jared. Either you're really stupid, or you're just holding out on me, man.
I'm not saying another word till my wife gets here with my lawyer.
Do you think Jared might be guilty?
I don't know what to think.
But that he couldn't possibly have killed that man.
Okay, but did he know him? Was there something going on? Look, I don't suspect that Jared would ever do anything to hurt his family.
Oh, you would never hurt Natalie or any of us.
Okay, but maybe he was being blackmailed or caught up in something. I just don't know.
Well, I'm sure we'll get answers soon.
Yeah. Let's just hope we hear the ones we want.
Yo soy Dorian Lord. Yo espero será la próxima alcalde de nuestra bella ciudad. I think I got that right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And for the Anglophones, of course, I'm Dorian Lord, and I hope to be the next mayor of our fair city. Thank you again. By the way, did anybody here see the front page of today's Sun? Yes, although our hearts do go out to Vicki Banks and her family yet again, it raises the question, is this really what our city needs? Another scandal after Mayor Lowell, who has been indicted and is now in prison? I think this calls for a clean sweep. Thank you again. Thank you, really. So, in that light, I would like to introduce you to my new campaign manager, Ms. Amelia Bennett, who is an out and proud lesbian, and she will be walking among you, available to take your questions and your concerns so that we can act upon them.
Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Not bad.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. So, Yeah, there's Jared, turning over a new leaf. He's always been after the Buchanan millions. And now he's got blood on his hands.
Yeah, just like you. Nash Brennan and all that nastiness with the shareholders meeting.
Again, David?
If the shoe fits.
I just took over Buchanan Enterprise. Jared is the one who pushed Nash into that skylight. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Natalie were next. Oh, yeah. Jared's probably taken out an insurance policy on her for millions, and then there's her inheritance. That girl better watch her back.
I'll tell him. Well, when Allie gets back here with your lawyer, you might want to tell him there's some new evidence.
Like what?
You never mentioned you and Landers were pen pals.
Pen pals?
Should have dumped the data on your computer better. The lab just checked your deleted emails. You and Landers talked about everything from stalking Jessica to the photo drop at BE. You even talked about your little attack and how you'd make it look like a botched kidnapping. You still don't want to talk?
Well, the good news is my parents want to see me.
And the bad news?
I made the mistake of telling them that I don't have class on Wednesdays.
And they're coming over?
Afraid so.
Okay, let's go.
Well, I mean, you don't have to run out. I mean, they know we're together. It's why I'm here.
Trust me, they don't need to see the harlot from hell on their first visit.
All right, go to class. And if they're still here after they see this mess and my dad gets done telling me why, I'll never amount to anything in life.
He is wrong.
Right. But if they're still here when you get back, then too bad. You're my girlfriend and I love you.
I really hate to break it up, but we have a half an hour to go across town, park, and make it to class in time. Okay. Sorry.
I have always loved children. I have 2 daughters of my own, Cassie and Adriana. Adriana's father was Latino, yes. And then recently, I adopted a lovely young woman whose mother was Colombian. Unfortunately, both her parents were killed when they were doing humanitarian work in Vietnam. But our house has...
I've got Dorian Lord eating out of the palm of my hand. Not long. I should be able to put part 2 of my plan into action as soon as I hang up the phone. David.
Did you know that I was the star of the Supermodel Crime Club?
I don't watch that much TV.
I played a really smart detective who was smart. So why don't you save us both some time and tell me who you were talking to on the telephone and what part 2 of your plan is?
Have you been able to talk to him yet?
Well, no, he's still in there with John.
You think I tried to kidnap myself?
I think you and Landers were working together.
But why? What's in it for me? I'm happily married, have a good job. Why would I want to mess that up?
Why would you transfer thousands of dollars into Landers' account?
But I didn't. Hey, you know what? Tell my lawyer gets here, I'm done.
John promised you that he would let you see Jared.
Yeah, but I don't just want to see him. I want to get him out of here. Lieutenant, are you done in there? Can I take my son home?
I'm afraid not, Charlie.
Well, what's the charge?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, then if you're not going to charge him...
I didn't say that. You can talk to him if you like.
I brought a coffee for Jared. Is that okay?
Of course.
John, you must know that Jared didn't kill that man. I mean, he couldn't do it. It's just not who he is.
I don't care what John says or how many nasty headlines that you want to print. Because
I believe there has to be some sort of explanation for this so-called incriminating evidence. Plus that I trust my husband.
You know what? You deserve everything you get from this. Because it's bad enough that you married this guy after you tried to scam the family. Now you're trying to bankroll his defense. He's guilty. He murdered his cellmate, period.
Jared didn't murder anyone. He didn't even... They were not cellmates. He didn't know the guy.
You should have dumped him at the first sign of trouble, Natalie.
Oh, really? Like you did to Taya? Well, I thought you loved her.
It's none of your business.
You know what? Okay, I want to... Let's just pretend something, okay? Let's go back down to the basement of the KID house when, you know, the gas was seeping in and we both thought that we were dying. Why don't you tell your best friend Blair here why you didn't tell Todd that you were married to the surfer dude?
I had my reasons.
You had your reasons, that's it? That's it? Come on, Taya, you're a lawyer. It never occurred to you that Todd might get a little pissed off once he found out, because you knew he was going to find out sooner or later, didn't you?
You know what? You're right.
I know.
It was my fault. It never occurred to me that his jealous ex-wife would stoop so low. I mean, it's obviously you're in love with him. That's never going to change. But the fact that you thought you could win him back by sandbagging...
I don't want Todd back, Taya.
So you keep saying. And I'm really glad to hear that, because as much as Todd may hate me, he wants no part of you. Oh, he's very clear on that. Oh, God. If you could have heard the things he said about you, you would have died. You know, Todd, he can be so brutal. But, he was very clear on this one thing. You will never be more to him than a sloppy toss in the cabana.
I was speaking to a colleague. He ran the mayor race in Pittsburgh.
He? I thought you were from Lesbania, if you know what I mean.
He happens to be a friend.
And part 2?
Is where we capitalize on Vicky Banks' drop in the polls and organize a press conference and host a caucus of liberal organizations at Dorian's home. Does that sound like a part 2 to you?
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Nick Chavez. I'll be covering for Miss Breslin while she's on maternity leave. We still have a couple of minutes, so talk amongst yourselves.
He's cute. Remember what happened with the last cute teacher?
This one's mine, Star. Will you give it a rest?
It's okay. She probably already heard that he's G-A-Y.
Are you serious?
I saw him on the news talking about same-sex marriage. He's like head of the GLAC.
Actually, it's the LGLA, the Landview Gay and Lesbian Alliance. And yes, I'm a member. And if any of you have any questions about it, feel free to talk to me about it after class. Because we're here to talk about American Studies, and according to Miss Breslin's notes, you folks have a test today. But it's my class now, so let's take a vote. Who wants to test? All right, I'll take that as a no. So let's just talk. Let's talk about the Supreme Court. How's the dynamic on the court changed since Justice Souter's retirement?
I guess they're doing okay.
Hands? Oh, look at me. Dude, come on, you're scaring her. Hey, it always works with my cousin.
Stop crying.
Dude, I changed her, I fed her, I don't know what's wrong. I'm so text Star. No, I can't. She has to know that I can do this. No, stop, no.
Relax. I'm calling 911.
Yeah, so your folks can walk in on a paramedic comforting my screaming love child.
Right. Not a very good idea. When they realize that you're a package deal, they're gonna freak.
It's them. What do we do? The only thing we can do. It's open. No.
Okay, let's not do this, okay?
It's easy for you to take the high road after that crack about the cabana.
Let's not talk about the cabana. I don't think it made either of us very happy in the long run.
You know what? I'm all for that. Let's not discuss the cabana, but what shall we discuss? Oh, I know. How about we discuss why you didn't tell Todd that you were married to Ross?
None of your business.
Oh, yeah? That's where you're wrong again, Taya.
You tried to marry my children's father, which means everything about you is my business.
You know, even if that were true, my past has no bearing on my future, Blair.
I don't care about your past. It's your motives that I'm most interested in. Why keep Ross a secret? Huh? That's why I just don't quite get. I mean, you know, we both know Todd's been married before a couple of times to you and a couple of times to me. But why weren't you just right out there in the open with him? Why didn't you tell him? I mean, I'm sure he probably wouldn't have been happy about it because, I mean, then again, he did leave you on the island with Ross, so what did he expect? But you didn't tell Todd. Which makes me wonder, what is it about that marriage to Ross that you don't want Todd to know?
I thought you loved Taya, that you believed in her.
No, I did believe in her, and I trusted her totally until I found out she was lying to me.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Who are you? I thought you were my Uncle Todd, the one who lies to everyone in his life, his wife, his kids, his sister.
I've changed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were perfect now. No one told me.
I'm not perfect.
Well, that's good. That's a relief, because it's a lot of pressure to have no mistakes.
But there's a difference between making mistakes and deliberately lying to someone.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right, but there is also usually a reason.
See, I don't care about excuses.
So you don't even know why she lied?
I don't need to know.
Yeah, but you should give her a chance to explain. I mean, there might be more to it.
That's not the point.
You know what? You're right. The point is that you don't love her enough, because if you did, then you would know she had a good reason. And then you would give her a chance to explain it. Like your daughter has. On many occasions for you.
That's different. I'm her father.
No, Todd, love is love. And I love Jared enough that I'm going to give him a chance to explain himself.
And if he's guilty?
He isn't.
You're going to have a hell of a lawyer to prove that. And as I said, Taya's not available.
Fine. And then I'll find somebody else. All I do know is that I am not throwing my husband out without giving him a chance to defend himself, because no one deserves that. Not even you.
What is it about you that you won't let go of your ex-husband? You're divorced, Blair. Like it or not, Todd married me.
We'll just see about that now, won't we, Taya?
What do you care, huh? And don't give me the truckload about your kids, because I'm not buying it. That's my good girl. She was just thirsty.
Babies can't talk. They could only scream. So you have to do the thinking for them. Are they wet? Are they hungry? Are they cold? You have to go through a list.
Well, Star said she liked the sippy cup, so I didn't even offer her the bottle. She just kept crying. I just wanted her to stop.
I know. You just have to get used to it. I'm sorry about the mess. I had midterms this week. But thanks for the vacuum. You must respect your new home.
He will, Ernesto, in time.
I'm the messy one, actually.
You have a lot on your plate, young man. Going to school full time, taking care of a brand new wife and child. It's not easy.
We're not. I mean, Star lives with her mom.
So you're taking care of the baby, you and Marco?
No, I'm babysitting. Hope lives with Star.
I don't understand. Isn't she your child?
Oh, yeah, of course. This Star is not out of high school yet, and her parents still want her living with them.
But she's your wife.
Ernesto, Cole and Star are not married.
Daddy, how did it go? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you'd still be here, Mr. and Mrs. Rivera.
You have a lovely child.
Yeah, forgive me. I don't understand. You have a child, but you were never married. And you have your own keys to my son's apartment?
They haven't charged me yet, so it could be hours.
Yeah, well, I really don't care if it takes weeks because, you know, something I've let you down before in the past, and I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going anywhere. So whatever it is, you can count on me. Okay? You just ask. Look, Jerry. I am the last person in the world who would ever judge you. And I know pretty well how complicated life can get sometimes. So if you have gotten yourself into something here that you can't handle, you just say the word. And we'll find a way to work it out.
I'm sure that same-sex partnerships are the last thing on Vicky's mind right now, so I want to make that issue my own. When should we do this?
Today?
Carpe diem. David, would you notify the staff and alert them? Oh, make sure that we have plenty of rainbow flags.
And I will call the Alliance and set up the press conference.
Would you also call some of your gay friends? And I want to make sure everybody knows I'm just as liberal as Vicky is.
Count on it.
I don't expect you to understand any of this, Taya. It takes a mother to appreciate how I feel. But yes, I told Todd that you were lying. That you lied about Ross because I was concerned about my kids. That's right. Because I don't want a two-timer taking care of them.
First of all, I resent the implication that I don't know how to love your children because I'm not their mother. Second of all, you could care less who looks after your kids. You left the staff to look after them when you went running around the world after Ross. Star and Hope were almost killed when you were gone.
Okay, you know what? I'll own that.
Oh.
I won't deny that I went an extra mile to find Ross, but I had to prove that you were lying, and I did, didn't I? So why don't we start there? All right, here we go. You're a liar, I'm a mother, and children need to be around adults that they can trust.
Your children trust me.
All right. You lied to Todd, you lied to their father. What makes them think that you're not going to lie to them?
Jack and Sam could care less that I was married to Ross.
Oh, you don't
Rader.
know anything about children. You're way too selfish to ever love a kid.
You are so wrong.
This is Cole's apartment. His mom pays the rent. I'm lucky to be living here.
Star and I decided to wait to get married until she graduated high school.
We thought it was the responsible thing to do. For Hope, you're obviously very caring parents. You want what's best for her.
As we want the best for you, Marco.
I know that, Papi.
We've missed you so much.
Oh, man. Missed you guys, too.
So tell us, how's school going?
Tell us about your classes.
I watched you show them the film you made. It's great.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
It's just a short film.
Your mother would like to see it.
Okay. Well, we had to make a 3-minute film about something we love.
Got to see it?
Ay, Dios mío.
This was so fabulous. What a great idea. Deciuno with the people.
You memorize a little Spanish. You think they'll vote for you?
Oh, they'll vote for me. And after today's press conference, I'm going to steal the entire liberal vote away from Vicky.
If you have a press conference.
Of course I will. Amelia's arranging it now.
Amelia is arranging something. What? I don't know.
Hey, you. How's it going?
Perfectly. I told you we'd be starting part 2 soon.
What's soon?
This afternoon. Dorian is hosting a press conference at La Boulay.
That's fast. Does she have any idea what we're planning?
Not a clue.
I just want Jared to be free of this so that he and Natalie can go home.
Well, I wish I could help you. I do.
I know you still care about Natalie.
She wouldn't agree.
Well, you know her. She's loyal to a fault. I just hope you find out the truth soon for all of us, please.
I'm surprised you don't have Jared locked up in a cell.
Sweetheart, John is not the enemy.
Neither is my husband.
Son, we can get through this. Together. Dad, I need your help.
Lawyer's on the way.
Oh, you talked to Taya?
No, I couldn't reach her, but the guy we got, he's highly recommended.
Is your mom still outside?
Yeah.
promise you everything is gonna be okay.
Natalie, I've been lying to you.
What did he say to you?
Not much.
So you think you know what it's like to have a child just because my kids like you?
No.
Well, then what is it? Oh, did you read a book? Maybe How to Be a Stepmom, 10 Easy Steps, huh?
It's very funny.
Or is it just your natural motherly ways? Because I'm just really curious, Taya. With a woman like you that is driven and a man-eater, obsessed, I mean, how does she know what it's like to love a child?
So you don't even know why she lied?
I don't need to know.
Yeah, but you should give her a chance to explain. I mean, there might be more to it. You don't love her enough, because if you did, then you would know she had a good reason. And then you would give her a chance to explain it.
How do I know what it's like to love a child? I have one.